This is a little origin part 2 of Mongooze Max, the cartoon logo-esque theme that I've put on the channel. Where did Mongooze Max come from? Well, I said in the previous one, a long time ago, 1990s, friend said, hey, have a guest account on AOL 2.0. Mad Max was taken and Mongooze Max came to replace it because there's mongoose in Hawaii and it's mongooses plural. So I was into photography. This was just a hibiscus. This is a red hibiscus. The state flower is the yellow hibiscus, and that's a gecko sound. That's the official lizard of the window, gecko. They're always been there for eons. And so I was allowed to utilize my dad's early version of Photoshop, and I was able to do something like this. The floating red I like red hibiscus visually. They just a red color. And this is a drawing that I did, and it's just magic marker done, just a magic marker on a page, scanned, uploaded, and filled in color with Photoshop. This particular drawing is a little horrendous, but it was something that was going on, and there was a letterhead design thing. So, Mongooze Max. Now, these are early versions of this little cartoon character I developed off my AOL handle. And these are a little bit more on the crude side, and there's even cruder ones. And it got a little bit more refined, and I started to give him some storyline. And so obviously he lives in a trash can because you see mongooses pop out of a trash can. It's a trash can near the beach. So he lives in the trash can, but he goes out surfing. What a life. But these are earlier versions. And here I am regrouping with not Photoshop, but just a regular photo program and trying to mask out the background for obviously applying it otherwise. So I was into photography. Here's a photo I call 3-Second Ride. At the University of Montana Western, I was out there helping out the team. I was doing some things on the side. This is our rodeo team getting thrown by a bull. And Photoshop, I just got deeper and deeper. I hunt and pecked and discovered this and discovered that, layers and this and that, and the magic wand tool, and filling in with a type airbrush or this type of stuff. So this is drawn on paper, scanned, uploaded, flipped, and the rest of it's, just layer, draw, cut out, paste, photo of the sky. This is that, that is this, and invert colors and put filters on, and kind of a neat little thing. Way back when, and also way back when, the USS Missouri, the retired battleship from World War II, was towed via tugboats across the Pacific to rest at Pearl Harbor for its permanent mooring. And when it was out at sea coming into the waters of Honolulu, many, many boats and sail ships went out to greet it, much like in the olden days with the wooden sailing ships and a bunch of canoes filled with Hawaiians. This one, luckily, my brother was part of a weekend yachting team. There was quite a number of them that would go out and compete for fun, and that crew took the boat out, and I was luckily invited along, took my camera and took this photo. It was a waterproof 110 camera. You can see him around. The photo quality is that, and then enter Photoshop and go to town with colorization. Mongooze Max almost had a debut, and a little business guy wanted to. Well, I did different cartoon thing for him. He didn't pay me, so you gotta watch out about people. Get written down on paper. And this one is a non-profit about educating, and this is a taro plant and the taro root. And he's thinking about it. This particular Mongooze Max looks like he's wearing it. He looks like he's wearing the coonskin cap. Davy Crockett. And if you notice, this one was utilized in a couple of thumbs I did for the history bits I was putting up. Hope you enjoy those. Those are also old, but the narration is new, so it's kind of just spotty with basic history. That's how I'm putting that. This one was popular. This one wasn't. You could check this one. Architecture is pretty trippy. And this, from way back, 90-ish, is a nod to Stanley Kubrick and his 2001 A Space Odyssey. The bone gets thrown into the air, and there's the monolith. But see, Mongooze Max threw the bone, came down, broke the monolith, and he's, I shouldn't have thrown the bone. So I was actually thinking I'm gonna make a t-shirt out of this. I don't know if I ever did a couple one hand print t-shirts, I think, before. And this is the main crop. This is where it was going. Mongooze Max and a story. And this is the only surviving one I could find so far. And these are I did others, but the crude developmental Mongooze Maxes survived. And this one was one of the first. It's getting more developed, but it's still kind of crude. Did them pretty fast, and the story kind of goes, the theme is supposed to repeat, and he does this again and again in different situations. And in this situation, he finds a seashell. He's very ecstatic. Mine, I found, look what I found. And then you see this gigantic, monstrous mouth coming up from behind. Boom. It's the mother snail, and he's shocked. So the theme I was running, and I didn't say this, but I was just doing them, and it came up sort of similar. There's always something bigger than you. He's finding this, he thinks he's on top of the world, and then there's something bigger, and it's related to and that's the basic general theme. And after he had like one little adventure, such as this, very short, he would go out surfing. This is just a photograph I took, not a cartoon, obviously. This is a photograph of, I think, Queen's surf looking towards Waikiki in the early morning, so there's not many people there. Way back. Nothing of current events that there's no people, it's just early. And thus, there was surviving a bunch of the cruder, undeveloped surfing Mongooze Max. And as you can still see, they're kind of good. But here's a little montage of those. Ooh, hang loose, eh? So here goes. that's it. If I find any more of those older developed Mongooze Max cartoons, I'll definitely be searching if I can dig them up. And I should obviously at some point create some more. Anyhow, hang loose. Aloha.